The Riverside Country Club's terrace was perfect for an engagement party. 200 guests in cocktail attire celebrated my sister Melissa's engagement to tech entrepreneur Brandon Chin. White lights strung between columns, champagne flowing freely, and my sister's 3-carat diamond catching every flash from the photographer's camera. I stood near the dessert table in my Target dress and clearance heels, holding sparkling water while my family entertained their business-class friends. "Claire." Mom's voice carried that apologetic tone I knew too well. "Come meet the Harringtons. They're investors in Brandon's company." I walked over, smoothing my simple dress. "Mr. and Mrs. Harrington." I shook their hands. "Your mother mentioned you work in finance?" Mr. Harrington's suit probably cost more than my monthly rent, or what they thought was my rent. "Yes, investment management." "Still playing around with those stock apps?" My brother Kevin appeared with his wife Jennifer, both dressed like Wall Street executives. Kevin worked at Morgan Stanley managing portfolios worth hundreds of millions. Claire's been day trading from her apartment for what, 8 years now? 9 years, I corrected quietly. 9 years of staring at her phone, buying and selling penny stocks. Kevin laughed for the Harringtons' benefit. "We keep telling her it's gambling, not a career. But she insists she's an investor." "I am an investor." "Sure you are." Jennifer's diamond bracelet sparkled. "Kevin manages $2 billion in assets at Morgan Stanley. That's investing. What you do is playing Robin Hood on your phone." Polite laughter from the assembled guests. "Claire's very dedicated to her hobby," Mom added, trying to be supportive. "She spends hours researching companies, reading financial reports. It's quite impressive even if it doesn't pay the bills." Brandon joined our circle, his arm around Melissa's waist. At 36, he embodied Silicon Valley success. Founder and CEO of Nextech Solutions, the startup everyone was talking about. "Your sister's into stocks?" "School. Small-time investing can teach valuable lessons." "Small time is right," Melissa said, her engagement ring catching the light. "Claire lives in a studio apartment in the warehouse district. She drives a 2015 Honda. Last year she probably made what, 30,000? 40 if the market was good." "I don't discuss my returns." "Because there aren't any," Kevin said. "Look, I tried to get her an interview at Morgan Stanley. Entry-level analyst position, 55,000 to start, actual career path. She turned it down. Said she preferred independent portfolio management." Brandon laughed. "Independent portfolio management. I like that. What's your portfolio worth, Claire? 10,000? 20? My phone buzzed in my clutch. I ignored it. "The thing about startups," Brandon continued, addressing the Harringtons now, "is that real investors understand the vision. Nextech is completely self-funded. No venture capital, no outside interference. I've bootstrapped this company from zero to a 20 million valuation. Self-funded." Mr. Harrington raised an eyebrow. "I thought you had series of funding?" "We did, but from strategic angels who believe in the mission. Not traditional VC firms trying to control everything. I maintain majority ownership and full operational control." My phone buzzed again. Then again. "That's probably a stock alert," Jennifer said. "Claire has her phone set to notify her whenever her penny stocks move. It goes off constantly." More laughter. "Brandon's Series B closes Wednesday," Melissa announced proudly. 15 million in funding. It's going to triple our valuation. We're already planning the wedding at the Ritz. Nothing but the best. I pulled out my phone. 7 missed calls from the same number. Nextech Solutions Chief Financial Officer. Then Brandon's phone rang. He glanced at the screen and frowned. "It's David, my CFO. He knows I'm at my engagement party." He answered, stepping toward the railing. "David, this better be urgent." "What?" His expression shifted. "Wednesday's close? We confirmed that weeks ago. Everything's signed except the final wire transfer." He stopped mid-sentence, listening. "What do you mean they need additional documentation?" "We submitted everything." "Who needs more documentation?" "Pause. The lead investor." "David, our lead investor is..." He looked confused. "Monarch Capital? I've never heard of Monarch Capital." I watched his face change colors. "No, I know we have investors. Obviously I know that. But I've been dealing with our Series A investors directly. Who the hell is Monarch Capital and why are they our lead?" He pressed his finger to his ear. "Find out. The Series B closes in 3 days. We need that 15 million or we're looking at layoffs by end of month." I opened my investment portfolio app. The screen displayed exactly what I expected. Nextech Solutions. Investment status. Series B pending. Monarch Capital equity, 40%. Investment amount, $15 million. Series A. $12 million. Series B, $3 million additional. Close date, Wednesday, December 4. Voting rights, lead investor. I watched Brandon's panic escalate. Well, call them. Schedule a meeting. David, this is my engagement party, but if Monarch Capital needs something, figure out what it is and give it to them. He lowered his phone, looking pale. Investors. Always playing games at the worst possible moments. Mr. Harrington was pulling out his phone. Monarch Capital. I'm trying to find information on them. Angel Investing Network. Must be, Brandon said. Though I don't remember approving them as lead investor. My Series A angels were supposed to coordinate the Series B. My phone rang. David, the CFO. I answered. Hello, David. Brandon spun around, staring at me. Yes, I received your documentation request, I said calmly. I need updated financial projections for Q1 before I approve the Series B transfer. Claire. Brandon's voice cracked. How do you know David? Why is my CFO calling you? I held up one finger, continuing my conversation. The burn rate increased 23% last quarter. I need to understand the driver before committing additional capital. Claire. Melissa grabbed my arm. What is happening? I lowered the phone. David is calling about the Series B funding close. I have some questions before finalizing the investment. The terrace went silent. Brandon crossed the space in 3 steps. What investment? What are you talking about? Monarch Capital's investment in Nextech Solutions. $15 million total. 12 in Series A 18 months ago. $3 million additional in Series B closing Wednesday. Mom's champagne flute tilted, spilling down her dress. You. Brandon's face drained of color. You're an investor in my company? I'm the lead investor. Monarch Capital owns 40% equity. Melissa's engagement ring suddenly felt very heavy, her hand dropping. 40%. Brandon said the company was self-funded. It is self-funded in the sense that I didn't force Brandon onto Shark Tank. But Monarch Capital provided the series of funding that kept Nextech alive through the first 2 years. Kevin was staring at his phone. Monarch Capital. I'm looking it up. Private venture fund specializing in early-stage tech companies. Founded by. His voice trailed off. Claire Delaney. My sister Claire. Yes. Portfolio value estimated at. He looked up at me, his face ashen. $230 million. The number landed like a bomb. $247 million as of market close today, I corrected. Though valuations fluctuate. Jennifer sat down heavily in the nearest chair. Brandon grabbed my phone, staring at the portfolio screen. This shows Nextech Solutions. And 12 other companies. Your fund owns pieces of 12 tech startups. 17 currently. I sold 5 last year when they were acquired. The 12 in my active portfolio are pre-IPO companies where I see strong growth potential. David called Brandon back. He answered on speaker, his hand shaking. Brandon, I got Monarch Capital's documentation request. They want updated financials, revised burn rate projections, and a detailed explanation of the headcount increase before they release the Series B funding. David. Brandon's voice barely registered. Who owns Monarch Capital? Silence on the other end. David, who owns the fund that controls 40% of my company? Claire Delaney. She founded it 9 years ago. She's been our lead investor since Series A. Brandon, you've met with her representatives at every board meeting. Her representatives? Brandon looked at me. I've never met you at any board meetings. You've met my fund managers. I don't typically attend operational meetings unless there's a specific concern. I hire talented people to manage the portfolio companies while I focus on deal sourcing and strategic oversight. Melissa's voice came out strangled. You own 40% of Brandon's company? Monarch Capital owns 40%. I own Monarch Capital. But you live in a studio apartment. You drive a Honda. The apartment is close to my downtown office. The Honda is practical. I also have a Porsche and a Range Rover, but I prefer not to attract attention when meeting with entrepreneurs who think venture capitalists are all flashy and superficial. Dad stepped forward, scotch forgotten. Claire, what are you saying? You run a venture capital fund. I founded Monarch Capital 9 years ago with money I made day trading in my 20s. Built it to 7 figures, then started angel investing. Scaled to venture funding when I saw opportunities in early stage tech. Last year the fund did $43 million in returns. Mr. Harrington was reading something on his phone. Monarch Capital has funded some of the biggest startup success stories in the region. TechFlow sold to Google for $200 million. DataStream went public last year. Your fund's track record is extraordinary. Thank you. I'm selective about investments. Only companies where I see genuine innovation and strong leadership. Brandon's face cycled through emotions. You invested in my company. You thought I had genuine innovation. 18 months ago, yes. Your AI-driven analytics platform had real potential. That's why Monarch Capital led your Series A with 12 million. And now? His voice was hollow. I pulled up another screen on my phone. Now I'm concerned. Your burn rate increased 23% while revenue growth stayed flat. You added 16 employees without corresponding productivity gains. Your Q3 metrics suggest operational inefficiency. We're scaling. Scaling requires investment in infrastructure. Scaling requires discipline. Your competitor, Datacore, achieved better metrics with half your headcount. I looked at David through the phone speaker. Send me updated projections by end of day tomorrow. I'll review them and decide about the Series B by Tuesday. Decide. Melissa's voice pitched higher. You're thinking about not funding it? I'm thinking about whether Nextech represents a good use of capital. That's what venture investors do, evaluate opportunities. But Brandon needs that money. He said the company runs out of cash in January without Series B funding. Then Brandon should have maintained operational discipline instead of assuming his lead investor would automatically approve additional capital. Brandon sat down at the nearest table, his engagement party forgotten. If you don't fund Series B, we have to lay off half the staff. Our product launch gets delayed. The company might not survive. I'm aware of the stakes. That's why I'm reviewing the financials carefully. Kevin was still scrolling through his phone. Your fund's other investments. I recognize these companies. Claire, you have stakes in half the successful startups in the region. 17 active investments. 12 exits over 9 years. Average return on investment is 320%. 320%. He laughed without humor. I've been bragging about my 12% annual returns at Morgan Stanley. You've been averaging 320% and we thought you were gambling with penny stocks. You assumed I was gambling because you saw stock apps on my phone and a modest lifestyle. You never asked what I was actually building. Mom found her voice. All those board meetings Brandon mentioned. You've been attending his company's board meetings. My fund managers attend. I review the minutes and financials. I attend personally only when there are strategic decisions requiring lead investor input. Like whether to fund Series B, Dad said slowly. Exactly. Melissa looked at her engagement ring, then at Brandon, then at me. Our wedding is in June. We need that funding. Brandon's company has to survive. Your wedding timeline isn't my concern. My fiduciary responsibility to Monarch Capital's limited partners is my concern. Limited partners? Jennifer asked. You have other investors? Monarch Capital manages $247 million across multiple LPs. I invest their capital alongside my own. They trust me to make sound investment decisions, not emotional ones based on family connections. Brandon's voice was desperate now. Claire, what do you need? What will convince you to approve the Series B? Honest financials. Realistic projections. A credible plan for achieving profitability. The same things I require from every portfolio company. You'll have them tomorrow. Good. I looked at Melissa. Congratulations on your engagement. Brandon's a smart entrepreneur. If he demonstrates operational discipline, Nextech has real potential. If. Melissa's voice trembled. Business is about results, not certainty. Brandon knows that. That's why he built a company worth investing in. I picked up my clutch. Enjoy your party. I have portfolio reviews to complete. Claire, Mom reached for my hand. We'll talk later. Tonight is Melissa and Brandon's celebration. I looked at my sister. I'm happy for you. I hope the wedding planning goes well. I walked toward the exit, aware of 200 pairs of eyes following me. The sister who played with stock apps. The daughter with no real job. The woman who just revealed she controlled her future brother-in-law's company's survival. My phone buzzed. Text from Brandon. Financials will be on your desk tomorrow morning. Please give us a fair review. Another from Kevin. Can we talk? I need to understand what you've built. I responded only to Brandon. Fair review guaranteed. That's what Monarch Capital provides every portfolio company. The elevator doors closed on my family's shocked faces. The engagement party continuing without the guest nobody valued. I had financials to review and an investment decision to make. One that would be based on numbers and projections, not family pressure or wedding timelines. That's what real investors did. Even the ones who started out playing with stocks on their phone.